All right, so what's up, freight brokers and truck drivers? Today I got a question for you, and I need you to be honest with me. Be straight up, give me straight oil from the can, no bull, right? So if you had a family member, a very close family member, and they came to you and they said, hey, I'm interested in making $100,000 per year, bringing home that amount. And they said to you, I'm not worried about anything about conditions right now. I am just trying to figure out what spaces I can go into and make $100,000, okay? Not revenue, bring home amount of money, right? And they said to you, I'm thinking about the trucking industry. And I thought since you already have some experience in that, I would come to you and ask you your advice. How would you advise a person that came to you with those ambitions? And it's only based on money. It's not based on any conditions right now. In today's video, I'll share with you some key questions that I would ask and how I would advise a loved one who asked me the question, is the trucking industry an opportunity that I should consider if I want to make $100,000 per year? All right, so the first question that I would ask is, are we talking about approaching this as a business opportunity or as an employee? And the person says to me, doesn't matter. I would consider both, employee or business. I said, okay. The next question that I would have is, how soon do you want to make $100,000? The person says, I want to start off making $100,000. I said, okay. All right. Now, the last question that I would ask, I would want to be sure, are we only talking about you just making $100,000? We're not considering anything that comes with that. We're just saying that you want to go into a space where you can make 100K, right? He says, yes. No conditions, not concerned about that at all. Just trying to find out ways that I can go and start and make $100,000 starting off. All right, so the short answer is yes. I do think that you should take a look, consider the trucking industry if you want to start off in an industry with an opportunity for you to make $100,000 per year, but not as a business opportunity, more so along the employee lines. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people come in as a business opportunity and drive a truck, start a freight broker business, start a freight dispatching business, and they knock it out of the park in the first year. And they make $100,000. But that's a small fraction of people compared to the number of people that don't make $100,000 a year in their first year, right? Because it does not usually happen that way. You don't usually come in and make 100 your first year because there are certain things that you have to get in order first. You have to build and, the infrastructure of your business. So usually it takes a little bit longer than the first year to start making $100,000 as a business. Now, I know that might be a little bit hard for you to believe in the day of all of these social media millionaires. Everybody seems like it's so easy to do it now. But the average small business only makes about $70,000 per year. And you might be interested to know that 30% of small businesses don't even take a salary. So don't be duped by this idea that you just come in a business and you start making a whole lot of money. Now, can you make $100,000 in a business within the trucking industry within a 3-year period of time? Absolutely. But to think that you're going to come into a business and make that amount of money right away is probably a little bit far-fetched. So just for clarification, should you consider coming into the trucking industry if you want to make $100,000 per year starting out? Yes, in my opinion, as an employee. No, as a business owner. You saw the statistics that I just presented to you as a business owner. So as an employee, I think it's a good idea. Why is that? Because we just saw yesterday, Walmart announced a package. They're trying to attract new truck drivers, and they're offering $110,000 per year in annual salary. Now, that's going to get you close to your $100,000. So that's somewhere to start if you want to make $100,000, something to consider. Now, I would like to add this. Coming in as an employee or a business owner would be a short-term decision for me because I don't think that it's sustainable, not the way that I see it, because it's exchanging time for money. If I'm an employee driving a truck, I got to exchange time for money. If I have a freight brokerage or a freight dispatcher business, it requires me to be there. I have to exchange time for money. So I'm not looking for that type of job, so to speak. I don't want to retire as a freight broker. I wouldn't want to retire as a truck driver. So if I approach the opportunity as a job or a business, I'm looking to do that for 10 years or less and then take the profits, take the proceeds, and go and do something else that I would more enjoy doing. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series, and I titled it, How the Load Movement Process Works. It will give you a chance to come into the office with me and watch me as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers. That way you can get a better understanding of how this business works. And then if you're interested in learning more about transitioning from a part-time freight broker to a full-time freight broker, I'll leave a free video right here. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.